The following is a presentation of WGAA Sports.
Cedartown High School basketball.
He dunks it! Lays it up. Got it! Three-pointer try.
Yes! Cedartown wins!
It's time for Cedartown High School Bulldogs basketball, right here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app and Facebook Live. And now, let's head down to courtside for today's action.
And welcome into Cedartown High School basketball action here on the Big AA, 106.1 FM and AM 1340, along with Sam Branch, Andrew Carter here with you for this first matchup of the season from the Lady Bulldogs and the Rockmart Lady Jackets. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a loud environment in here. And Sam, already a big crowd starting to gather. I'm looking forward to the matchup.
Yeah, already lots of folks are here, so it will be loud. We'll do the best we can to get you all in the play-by-play action. We appreciate you joining us here. The starting five have already been introduced for Rockmart. We'll give them to you real quick. Number 2, Sky Myers. Number 4, Zori Williams. Number 10, Anna Lee Morris. Number 30, Jam Alexander. And number 32, Emma Hyman. Those are the starting five for the Rockmart Yellow Jackets. For your Cedartown Lady Dogs, well, it's a lot of familiar names that we see week after week. Kinsley Boozer, Anna Kate Bussey, Marion Barrow, Haven Barclay, and Kendall Pace, the starting five for the Cedartown Lady Dogs. Marion Barrow will go to the circle along with Emma Hyman. These two ladies will tip it off. Cedartown in their home white uniforms with the red block letters, red numbers trimmed in black. Rockmart wearing their all-black uniforms, gold block numbers, gold block letters, block number or numbers and trimmed in gold. And we are ready to go. We are underway here at Cedartown High School. The opening tip goes to Emma Hyman and the Rockmart Lady Jackets. They'll go to the left side to Addison Sky Myers. Myers over to the left side. Now they'll come back to the top of the key. A three is on the way, and it is no good. Loose ball picked up by Marion Barrow. Barrow will go ahead to Haven Barclay. Barclay on the near side. Now she's going to go over to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer, the little floater off the front of the iron, no good. The rebound and the putback was no good, and the rebound was taken by the Lady Yellow Jackets. On the other end, it's going to be a foul called, and I believe they're going to get Marion Barrow, and they will.
Barrow picks up her first team foul for the Lady Bulldogs here as we're just underway here at the Doghouse in the Lady Dogs and the Rockmart Lady Jackets.
Sky Myers to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon. The first one is up, and it is good, and the Rockmart Yellow Jackets are on the board 1-0. Rockmart comes into this afternoon's game, Andrew, with a record of 10-5. The closest that we've gotten to facing these ladies was back during the Haralson County tournament. They were defeated by Temple as the second free throw was good, 2-0. And Cedartown would go on to play Temple in the championship round. Anna Kate Bussey gets it to Barrow. Barrow now is going to go to Barclay, and she just gets leveled. That's Emma Hyman makes it about 3 rows up into the bleachers after the foul. That'll be the first on Hyman. Inbounds pass coming from Bussey. They'll get it into Haven Barclay in the backcourt. Barclay now, top of the key, going to go to the left side to Marion Barrow. Barrow back to Barclay. Now they'll go to Boozer on the wing. Barclay with it again, back to Boozer. Boozer is now going to drive, puts it down off the glass, no good. Rebound, Kendall Pace. The putback is no good, but she was fouled. And it looks like Pace will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. I believe they got number 4, Zori Williams. That will be her first. First one on the way from Pace. It is no good. Cedartown still looking for their first points here early in action here at the Doghouse. Saturday afternoon high school hoops here on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network. Second one on the way is no good as well from Pace. So Kendall goes 0 for 2, and the rebound is taken by Emma Hyman. Hyman is going to give it up to number 10, Anna Lee Morris. Morris is going to work it way down low now underneath, and the layup off the glass is no good. Loose ball picked up by Haven Barclay. Barclay will give it to Barrow. Barrow's just going to bring it down the floor herself. Rockmart backing off with the full court press to allow Cedartown to get across. Boozer with it on the wing. Now top of the key. Now they'll swing it to the left side to Bussey. Bussey to Barclay. Barclay to Boozer. Boozer to Barrow in the corner. Back to Boozer. Back to Barclay. They get it to Pace, then she bounces it back outside. Now they'll go to Boozer. Boozer's going to drive the baseline, loses the handle, gets it back, 3 on the way. The Dogs are on top. Haven Barclay hits from beyond the arc, 3-2. Lady Dogs lead by 1, 6:24 left to play.
That's good to see from Haven Barclay. She's kind of had a little bit of a scoring drought of late, and good to get that 3 going early.
Sky Myers into the corner. They're going to go to Alexander. Now they'll go back outside to Morris. Morris working on the wing, goes back to Alexander in the corner. Morris fires a 3, high off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Heinman. They get it back out to Myers. Myers is going to try to drive the paint. The floater is off the front of the iron, no good. The rebound and the putback, and that one is good from number 30, Jam Alexander. They get it in quickly, are the Lady Dogs, and they'll bring it across half court in Haven Barclay. 4-3 the score. Lady Dogs trail by 1. Back to Barclay. Top of the key left side to Barrow. Barrow on the wing. Going to work it into the paint, but it's thrown away. Picked up by Rockmart. It's going to be number 2, Sky Myers. She's going to drive past Barclay. Foul committed, and it'll be a block on the Lady Dog Junior.
Foul was on number 1. I'm sorry, first foul for that Rockmart player. From Cedartown, rather. I'm sorry, that was on Barclay.
And the 3 is good off the inbounds from Sky Myers. And just like that, Rockmart extends it out to a 4-point lead, 7-3. Haven Barclay with it. Right side, it's going to be Kinsley Boozer. Boozer on the wing, back to Barclay. Barclay back to Boozer. They're working well off of the perimeter right now. Cedartown working from right to left on your radio dial. That 3 from Barrow was very long. And we've got a foul called on the rebound attempt, and they're going to get Anna Kate Bussey on just a unneeded foul there.
Of course, Anna Kate has been picking up a lot of fouls lately, and that time another one. Cedartown's 3rd team foul of this period with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Morris into the lane, now back outside. Morris the floater, it's up and it is good from Anna Lee Morris. 9-3, a 6-point lead for the Lady Jackets of Rockmart High School. Cross-county rivalry here.
This is a Lady Jacket team that more times than not puts up 60 on their opponents, so we're going to have to try to keep these girls from getting on a big run here. Lady Dogs needing an answer right here.
Left side, they'll go to Barrow. She's going to fire a 3. It's going to be off. It's marked. Rebound, though, was taken by Anna Kate Bussey. The putback is no good. Still loose ball, and it is Rockmart that comes away with it.
Just some inaccurate shooting there from the baseline. Got to get those shots to go in, and right now we're not getting anything.
Right side is Myers. She's going to fire another 3. It's going to be well short. Did not draw iron, but Emma Heinman is there for the rebound, and they're going to call her for the travel underneath, so that'll be a turnover and a gift to the Lady Dogs. They'll get it back with about 4:27 left to play. Inbounds pass coming from Bussey. She's needing help. Rockmart back into the full court press now. They'll get it to Bussey, now to Barclay. Barclay going to give it to Bussey. Bussey to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. Oh, and Heinman with the block. They were trying to pass it underneath, and Emma Heinman was there to swat it away. Boozer lucky to not get called for the travel. Quickly, Rockmart goes underneath. They'll bounce it back outside to Myers. Myers to the right side. A 3 on the way from the corner, and it is good from Anna Lee Morris. 12-3. A big run for the Rockmart Lady Jackets here in the last 3.5 minutes. Over to the right side to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer will go back to Barclay. Barclay on the baseline to Bussey. Bussey underneath to Pace, and she just has it taken away by Emma Heinman. Heinman quickly ahead to Myers. Myers off the window, and that one is good from Sky Myers, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him back after this 30-second break here on the Big Double A.
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
14-3 is your score. The Lady Dogs trail big here in the first period of play against the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Out of the timeout, it's going to be Haven Barclay that'll bring it down the floor. She's going to come across the timeline and a steal. It's going to be Morris with it. She'll take it and lay it in off the glass, and it is 16-3. Anna Lee Morris with the steal and the layup on the other end. Haven Barclay across the timeline, middle of the floor, right side to Kendall Pace. Pace with it to Boozer. Top of the key is the Bulldog freshman. Left side now to Barrow. They'll try to give and go, and just a bad pass.
And have Asia Ware wide open on the right side.
And it goes to Sky Myers with the steal. Now they'll go to the top. Morris to Myers. Myers fakes the three, pulls it down. She's going to go to number 4, Zori Williams. Williams fighting with Barclay. Barclay picks up the loose ball, goes to Kendall Pace. Pace with it across the timeline. Triple team knocked away by Hyndman, picked up by Williams. Rockmart quickly steals it right back. The drive by Morris. They try to work it underneath the jam Alexander, and it's knocked out of bounds, but it will go to the Cedartown Lady Dogs. Might not have been knocked out of bounds, just lost out of bounds, actually.
Yeah, I think the pass was just kind of wide, and Cedartown did not get a hand on it, but Lady Dogs will take the change of possession and looking for a change of fortunes here, down 16-3.
Over the right side is Kinsley Boozer. Boozer back to Barclay, top of the key. They'll swing it to the left to Barrow. Back to Barclay, back to Barrow. Barrow on the left wing, fires three. It's going to be off. It's marked, and it is lost out of bounds. Rockmart basketball. Cedartown has to capitalize on these opportunities where Rockmart backs off of the full court press. That's our best chance of turning it into a scoring possession, and we haven't been able to connect on those. Alexander over to the left side. They'll go to Morris. Morris on the wing, back to Sky Myers. Top of the key. She's going to drive the paint, and the floater is no good. Knocked out of bounds by, looks like Asia Ware, so it will stay Rockmart basketball. It did not draw iron, so it's going to be 21 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass coming from the Yellow Jackets. They'll get it in top of the key. It's going to be Morris. Morris is going to drive the paint. Takes about 4 steps. Nothing called, though.
Wow.
And she gets that little floater to go from Anna Lee Morris, and it's 18-3. Morris is the leading scorer right now for the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Over to the left side to Boozer. Boozer working it back to the middle of the floor to Barclay. Barclay to the corner to Barrow. Barrow will work it back to Barclay. Barclay to Boozer. And the pass is just picked off. Loose ball picked up by Kinsley. Now she's going to try to drive, puts it on the floor. The floater is up, and it is no good. And the rebound was taken by Rockmart. A steal by Haven Barclay. Barclay will give it up to Ware. Ware's going to drive the paint. The floater from Ware's no good. The rebound is taken by Rockmart.
Cedartown's had some opportunities to shoot, Sam, but they just have not made anything. I mean, they've only made one from the floor, and that's been a three-pointer from Haven Barclay, and that three from Rockmart does not go.
No, and I don't think we've gotten but maybe one offensive rebound the entire period. Rockmart out-rebounding Cedartown probably 7-1 at this point, it seems like. It's just been not a good opening period as Haven Barclay fires a three from straight away. That one is no good. Rebounded by Emma Hyndman. They'll go to the left side, Will Rockmart. The shot is up, and it is no good. Barclay and Barrow went up together for the rebound, and Barrow would take it, and a timeout called. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers and shredder vacs, chainsaws, augers and drills, trimmers and brush cutters. We're very proud to be a retailer for the steel product line. As an independent dealer, we can provide many services that the big box chain stores just can't match. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is always ready to help you select the equipment that meets your specific needs. So call Croker's for a steel today. That's 770-748-4842 to learn more about steel in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
18-3. Coach Green trying to control the bleeding here. Gets it over to the right side to Kinsley Boozer, does Haven Barclay. Now they're going to work to the corner to Asia Ware. She's going to fire a contested three. It was blocked, but then Bussey picked up the loose ball. Emma Hyndman tied it up with her, forces the jump ball, and it will go to the Lady Dogs. Inbounds pass coming from Bussey. Under a minute to play here in the opening frame. They get it to Boozer. Boozer's going to fire a long two. That is up and no good. Rebound by Emma Hyndman. Down on the other end, it's going to be the Lady Jackets. Sky Myers from the corner. The three is in and out. No good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown. It'll stay Rockmart basketball. I'll tell you what, Sky Myers and Anna Lee Morris are leading the scoring effort so far for this Lady Jackets team. They have got 16 of Rockmart's 18 between the two of them. Inbounds pass is going to go to Morris. She's going to fire a three. Off its mark, Haven Barclay with the rebound. She's going to push it up the floor. About a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Bussey to Boozer. Boozer's going to fire a long two. That one's off of the glass. No good. Rebound taken by Barclay. Another long shot is up, and it is no good. And we've got a rebound underneath by Alexander, and Barclay picks up the foul underneath the basket. And, Andrew, you have to avoid senseless fouls like that if you're the Lady Dogs playing a tough Rockmart team.
You do, and that's Barclay's second. They're going to send in number 11 for Cedartown, Taurine Golden. She's actually going to replace Bussey. So 20 seconds left. Rockmart with an inbounds pass with the shot clock off and have a chance for a last-second shot here.
It's going to be Kyla Marcos. She'll bring it down the floor for the Lady Jackets. She goes to the right side to Myers. Myers is going to fire a three. Oh, that was a good-looking shot, but it is in and out, no good. Kinsley Boozer comes away with the loose ball for the Lady Dogs. She's going to drive. Now she's back out. They'll go to Golden. Golden's going to fire a three. Higher off the glass and good from Taurine Golden. She comes in and banks one off the window, and it is 18-6 as we go to the second period. We will be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Andrew, I liked Coach Green's message to the girls during the timeout in between periods, and that is they are not doing anything that we can't handle.
Right.
And that's exactly right. Rockmart, though, will have possession to start this second period of play, and they do have a big 18-6 lead over the Lady Dogs here at the Doghouse. They'll go to the left side. Now they'll work it back to Morris. Morris is going to go over to the left, and it is lost out of bounds. They were trying to get it to Marcos, and it is lost out of bounds. It'll be Cedartown basketball.
That's some good defense there by Kinsley Boozer, knocking it away, and then off of Rockmart players that went out of bounds. Nobody has anybody to send it into, and we finally do get Kinsley Boozer down there to receive the inbounds pass from Ware.
Boozer will get it to Golden on the wing. They'll go back to the top of the key. Left side now is Ware. Ware goes to Boozer. Boozer to Golden. Right side, a three on the way, and Taurine Golden back-to-back threes, and they cut the lead to half, 18-9. Anna Lee Morris will bring it across the timeline. Pace will pick her up there. She's going to force it to her right. Now they'll go into the lane. Outside to Alexander. She's going to work off the wing. Knocked away by Pace. Picked up by Rockmart. They'll bring it back into the front court is Marcos. Marcos, the handoff to Morris. Morris going to drive. She's going to go baseline. Now they go to Alexander. She gets a fistful, or a faceful, I should say, of Cedartown, and the three is no good. Loose ball, and it is tipped away by Asia Ware. Ware's going to track it down for the Lady Dogs. Picks it up. What's she going to do with it? She'll go to Pace. Kendall Pace with it over the right side to Golden. Golden faked the three, brought it down, gave it to Barrow. Barrow's going to fire a three. It's up, no good. Rebound by Kendall Pace. Back outside to Barrow. The three again is no good. Pace with the rebound. The putback is no good. Boozer with the rebound. The putback is no good.
That may have been the best between-quarter talk we've seen. The Lady Bulldogs finally getting some offensive boards there, and Kinsley Boozer works a foul and will go to the free throw line to shoot. Great job there off the turnover, and the Lady Bulldogs are in business.
They are, and so they will talk about it, are the officials. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball instead of the foul. So
really?
they will reverse the call. It's not going to be a jump ball, or it is not going to be a foul call. It's going to be a jump ball.
I don't understand how you change that. It's going to stay with Cedartown regardless, and thank goodness it does, but you want the two shots.
But the official came over, gave a really good explanation, I think, to Coach Green. He's good with it. He nodded his head in agreement, said, okay, so let's go. And I like that. Let's get back to work. Asia Ware is going to inbound it for the Lady Dogs. A chance for the Lady Dogs to score again. And Boozer fires one, and it is off the iron, no good. Loose ball picked up by Rockmart, and they save it from going out. They're going to drive it down as Annalee Morris. Splits a couple of defenders. The floater in the paint is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Marion Barrow, but she has it knocked away, and Rockmart picks up the loose ball. The shot is up, and it is no good. And now we do have a foul, and it will be against the Lady Dogs.
They're going to get Asia Ware on the foul there, Sam. Asia picks up the contact, and that's her first. The first team foul of this second period. 6:29 to go, and Rockmart at the stripe.
Anaya Prater with the first free throw attempt is up and no good. Strong off the back of the iron. 18-9 again your score. Cedartown trying to cut into this big lead that Rockmart has. So far, Cedartown is outscoring the Lady Jackets 3-1 as Prater connects on the backside of the two-shot free throw attempt. So a 10-point lead for Rockmart. Golden to Boozer. Boozer to Ware back to Boozer. Boozer back to Golden. Golden on the wing goes back to the top side, top of the key. They're going to go to Ware. Now to Pace in the paint. Back to Ware. They're going to swing it. Boozer. She had Golden wide open. Ware on the wing. Now they'll go back to Boozer again. Golden again is wide open on the wing, but they're not looking that way. Boozer still trying to work it to the left. Finally a three on the way from Ware. It is up and it is no good. The rebound was taken by Taurine Golden. Now it's going to be Boozer, drives the paint. The floater is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Morris. Anna Lee Morris with it. Picks up Kendall Pace right at half court, and they're going to get Pace for the foul there.
Goodness, I mean, some missed opportunities there, having Golden wide open, who's already gotten 2 trays on the day. Lady Dawgs with three-pointers.
And we had her open probably 2 or 3 times coming in between the passes between Boozer and Ware. Boozer comes out. She's going to have a chance to talk with Coach Casey McGee, and Coach McGee is going to tell her exactly that. The inbounds pass does go to Rockmart. Ware almost gets a hand on it as it goes over to Marcos. Now a three on the way, and it is no good from Rockmart. And Kendall Pace picks up the loose ball rebound, and Barrow has it. Barrow will go to Golden. Golden to Barclay. Barclay far side. Puts on the brakes, gives it to Ware. Ware will go back to Barclay. Barclay going to work it to Golden in the corner. Now they'll go to Ware. Ware to Barclay. Barclay going to direct traffic, trying to get Golden isolated and open on the perimeter. Ware with it. Now they'll go to Pace. Pace is going to drive the lane. Dish underneath to Barrow. The shot is up. No good. But Miriam Barrow draws the foul, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Zori Williams picks up the foul, Sam, the senior. And that's her second foul.
So Barrow to the free throw line. Trying to cut it back into a single-digit lead. The first one is up, and it is off the side of the iron. No good. Kinsley Boozer will check back in. Haven Barclay will come out. Barclay playing with those 2 fouls, so you have to be careful about her in foul trouble. Isaiah Johnson coming down the bleachers. Good to see him able to put some weight on that ankle, even though it's in that boot. Good to see him moving around without any crutches. The second one is up, and it is good from Miriam Barrow, and it's back to a single-digit lead, 9 points for Rockmart, 19-10.
And we're already 3 points away from where we were at the half last night. So already some good things happening for the Lady Bulldogs offensively.
Morris to Myers. Myers on the wing, going to drive it. Now they'll go to Marcos. Marcos back outside to Morris. Morris going to try to work down the baseline. The pass off. They'll give it to Marcos. Tipped away. Kendall Pace with the steal. Pace all by herself off the glass and good. Kendall Pace makes it a 7-point game, 19-12. A timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Livewire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Welcome back here. 4:48 to go in the first half. 19-12. Lady Bulldogs trail the Rockmart Lady Jackets. But Sam, only 1 point scored by Rockmart, and how many for Cedartown this period? 6. So the Lady Bulldogs, pretty good between period talk there with Coach Green. By the way, Rockmart's head coach, a name you might be familiar with, Steve Luke, former softball head coach. A very, very good coach. That's why this Rockmart team is as good as they are. But right now, the Lady Bulldogs playing with some momentum on their side, and we all know how big Mo can be in this game.
It is, and that's something that Cedartown has not had a lot of all season, is momentum in their direction. So it's great to have it here, especially in front of this home crowd. But Rockmart will try to put a silence to that momentum. They'll work it to Hyndman. Hyndman goes right back to Morris. Morris, a little 4-foot floater off the front, no good. Oh, rebounded by Hyndman, and I think she was fouled, but nothing called.
Anna Kate Bussey was right in her face trying to slap the ball out.
Alexander, she's going to drive the baseline, and that is up, and that is good from Jam Alexander. That's going to be her second basket of the afternoon, 21-12.
That's their first bucket of the period.
They're going to go to Asia Ware. Ware's going to fire a three off the back of the iron, no good. It looked good. It was just a little strong from Asia Ware. Rockmart comes away with the rebound. It'll be Morris. Morris over to the left side. It's going to be Myers. Myers back to Morris. Morris going to work it into the paint to Hyndman. Knocked around, pushed out to Marcos. And a long two is up, and it is good from Kyla Marcos. That's her first basket of the afternoon. 23-12. Whatever they talked about with Coach Luke during halftime, or the timeout there, worked. They're going to go to Golden on the wing. Cedartown trying to make an answer here, and Golden does. The baseline jumper is good from Taurine Golden, 23-14.
I mean, you need to give it to Golden anytime she's open, because right now she's got a hot hand out there with that basketball.
Well, just like X had the hot hand last night, it looks like Taurine's got a little bit of a hot hand tonight. A three on the way, though, from Morris. No good. Rebounded by Marion Barrow, and then the tie-up.
Going to give it back to Rockmart. Possession arrow on the other direction. Good job by the Lady Jackets to force that turnover off the defensive rebound.
Anna Kate Bussey comes out for the Lady Dogs. Boozer is going to check back in. It'll be Myers off the inbounds, going to work around to the right side. They're going to go to Marsh. She's going to drive the baseline. Little 2-foot floater is no good, and it is rebounded by Emma Hyndman. Hyndman passes it back outside. Now we'll work it to Alexander. She's going to fire a three, and that is good from Jam Alexander.
Yeah, right off the glass there. Off the rectangle, and it's 26-14.
Boozer with it, trying to get around Sky Myers. She'll bring it across the timeline. They'll go to Pace to Ware. Ware to the left side to Barrow. Barrow back to Ware. Ware all the way across the court to Golden. Golden working off the wing. Now they'll go back to Boozer, top of the key. Boozer trying to work around Myers. Good defense there by Rockmart as they get it to Ware. Ware will go to Pace. Pace is in the paint. Now they go to Barrow, and the pass is just too hot to handle. Off of Miriam Barrow's hands, out of bounds. Rockmart basketball. 2:44 left to play here in the first half. 26-14. The Lady Dogs trail here at home. It's going to be Morris. Morris gets it to Hyman in the paint. Left side to Myers. Myers on the wing. Now they'll come all the way to the other side to Marcos, into the corner to Alexander. Top of the key is Morris. Left side to Myers. Myers on the wing, back to Morris. Morris top of the key, back to Myers. She's going to pull a long three. It's going to be well short, but Alexander was underneath. And she got the rebound. Asia Ware knocked it away. She tried to get the rebound back, and it is out of bounds. Cedartown basketball. Good defensive stand there by Asia Ware and the Cedartown Lady Dogs. Kendall Pace will bring it across the timeline. Top of the key. She's going to work through the defenders. Goes to freshman Boozer down on the baseline, but it was too high. Off of her hands, out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers by the Cedartown Lady Dogs on offensive possessions with just not good passes.
Yeah, those turnovers on offense, it seems like they just snowball out of control there.
Myers drives the paint. The shot is up and no good, but she gets her own rebound. Outside, the long shot is on the way, and we've got a foul call.
It's away from the play. Going to get them. Going to get, I think.
Asia Ware.
Yeah.
And we're getting an explanation from the official to Coach Green right now. And they're going to talk about it. It might be a technical. No technical call, but could they be calling it a flagrant? Is that possible? I don't know. It doesn't look like, whatever the situation is, it doesn't look like it's going to be a common foul because everyone is kind of backed away, and it's not. It's going to send number 10, Annalee Marsh, to the free throw line to shoot two all by herself.
So it's not a technical foul?
It's not a technical, but since she's shooting by herself, is it a flagrant?
Well, first free throw was no good. Second free throw is also no good.
I don't know, but she got two free throws. He never gave the T sign, but he did this, whatever this means. But it will be Rockmart basketball, so it's basically played as a technical as far as the free throws and the possession.
We'll try to get some clarity on that at halftime.
Myers off the wing. Right side, they're going to go to Alexander. They'll swing it to the left side. It's going to be Morris. Morris will go to Marcos. A three on the way from Marcos, and it is long. In and out of Hindman's hands, out of bounds, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it'll be Cedartown basketball.
Well, I mean,
at
least they get the possession, but I didn't think it was touched long enough to be a jump ball. But
I didn't either, and I don't think Coach Luke did as well. I hate to say it, but I think we're in agreement with the Rockmart coach on that one, but we will definitely take the late Christmas present. Boozer's going to go to Golden. Golden on the right wing. Now she's going to step in and give it to Pace. Pace will give to Ware. A three on the way from Asia Ware. No good. And it is rebounded by Rockmart.
Yeah, that magic touch on the three has eluded us here in the last several minutes.
Sky Myers on the left wing now for Rockmart. Far side, she's going to work it back to the middle of the floor to Morris. Morris going to go to her right to Marcos. Now to Morris, now to Myers. They'll swing it to Alexander. She's going to fire a three, and she is going to be fouled on the three-point attempt, and that will send her to the charity stripe for three. They're going to get Taurine Golden. So Jacambria Alexander to the free throw line to shoot three.
It's Taurine's first foul, but it's the fourth on the Lady Bulldogs in this period. But like you said, three from the charity stripe.
First on the way from Alexander is up and no good.
So they're 0 for 3 in their last free throw attempts as they missed the technical shots. And then that miss there on the first of three here.
Second one on the way, and it is no good from Alexander. She will have one more as Anna Kate Bussey comes in and Marion Barrow comes out. Rockmart also making a substitution. It looks like Atlanta Mitchell will check in and Sky Myers will come out. Myers is going to get a breather. Sky Myers has been held scoreless in this second period of play after starting the game with 7 in the first. Third one on the way is up and it is no good. So Alexander goes 0 for 3 from the stripe, and Anna Kate Bussey comes away with the rebound. On the other end, it's going to be Boozer. Boozer top of the key. They go to Pace. Pace back to Boozer. Boozer left side to Ware. Ware wanted to go to Pace. They have to go back outside. Golden on the wing. They try to get it to Bussey, and Emma Hyman comes away with the steal. Rockmart now with it. Anna Lee Morris across the timeline. Works it underneath to Alexander. She was on the baseline. Has to pass it back out to Marcos. Marcos, Ware's right on her. Knocked away by Pace. Picked up by Asia Ware. They will give it to Pace. Pace gives it right back to Asia. She'll bring it across the timeline. Oh, she got caught. Almost traveled with it. Now they'll go to Boozer. Boozer at the Bulldog logo. 5-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Golden with it. Top of the key to Boozer. Boozer going to go drive the paint. The floater is up and it is short. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Cedartown. Should be Rockmart basketball. And it is. 19.5 seconds left. Rockmart will inbound it. Cedartown will press. Pace and Ware are going to pick up Morris. They try to go to Myers. It's out of bounds, and it's going to be off Rockmart. We got lucky with that one because Golden was going up to intercept that pass as it goes careening out of bounds. It'll be the last touch by the Lady Jackets. Cedartown will have it. 10 seconds. Boozer working around Sky Myers. Myers left side to Ware. Ware to Bussey. Bussey has it knocked away, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. We will go to halftime, trailing the Rockmart Lady Jackets 26-14. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back to talk about the first half of action and look ahead at the second half. I'll tell you what, Andrew, let's actually take a 2-minute break. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back for first half analysis here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673. Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs.
Oil changes, new tires or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dawgs!
Looking for a good used vehicle? Don't go out of town. Come see the folks at Dingler Motor Company, 526 North Main Street. Bad credit, no problem. Dingler Motor Company can get you back on the road in no time with their in-house financing. Top quality pre-owned late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Stop by and check out their wide selection at 526 North Main Street across from Livewire Surplus. Call them at 770-748-0906. Search them on Facebook at Dingler Motor Co. That's Dingler Motor Company.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Welcome back. It's 26-14. The Rockmart Lady Jackets lead the Cedartown Lady Bulldogs here at the half. In this, it's been what we expected, Sam. It's been a very physical, very exciting first half. Lady Bulldogs to start out the second quarter, they were hot from shooting. Their three-point shooting was good, but then Rockmart started to heat up a little bit too, and when they were able to do that, they kind of put some distance there, but it's still only a 12-point game.
Well, and just to show you exactly how that second period would go, Cedartown at one point was outscoring the Rockmart Lady Jackets 6-1. We ended that second period of play at an equal 8 points each. So that shows you how Rockmart was able to bounce back later in that second and really, add to that big lead that they had. The Lady Jackets led 18-6 after that first period of play. So a good second period, though, by Cedartown. It's just we still made a couple of mistakes that we need to try to prevent, and that is throwing the ball away and just not having good offensive possessions. Anytime you turn the ball over and it's off of a bad pass, offensively that's not good, because you need to turn those into scoring possessions, especially when Rockmart has backed off of that full court press. But right now, Cedartown sticking with this Rockmart Lady Jackets team. Taurine Golden, the leading scorer for the Cedartown Lady Dogs with 8. Haven Barclay has 3, Kendall Pace with 2, and Marion Barrow with a single basket. Rebounding-wise, Marion Barrow leading the charge there for the Lady Dogs. She's got 4 rebounds, and Rockmart has out-rebounded Cedartown 18-15. Cedartown only shooting 25% from the free throw line and only 20% from the floor right now. So we've got to make some shots count, and we could claw our way back into this one, but it's just going to take it's going to take time. It's going to take paying attention and making good quality passes and making every single possession count. When you play a team that's this good, you have to make every single possession count. And one thing that we heard Coach Green talk about during one of the timeouts, it was between the first period and the second period, is they're not doing anything we can't deal with, and we saw that in the second period of play. I was talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, a nice little chat with both Coach Green and Coach McGee, and they said the one thing about Rockmart is they are a really scrappy team, and that's how they have been so successful throughout the season, is they are just fighters. And so talent-wise, we probably match up okay with them.
Right.
But it's going to take us matching their level of fight and willingness to go after the basketball and willingness to go after that win to be competitive in this basketball game.
Absolutely. While you were talking, Sam, I was looking up hand signals for referees. What that cross sign was an intentional foul. So it's not so much a flagrant foul as it was an intentional foul, which means that I guess it's kind of the same definition as a flagrant, which means it's not. You don't have a tech called on you. A tech has some malice or something behind it. Of course, it's the judgment of the official. But the cross arms is the intentional foul, and that's what the call was on Asia Ware. It doesn't go on her card as a technical foul, but just as a regular foul. But it does give the other team an uncontested pair of free throws. So that's what the rule is, as far as we can tell right now. So we assume that's what was called on Asia Ware in that second period of play. But the Lady Bulldogs, 26-14 trail the Rockmart Lady Jackets. And again, this Rockmart team, as we mentioned before, a team that's got a very good record, and they're scoring 60-plus points on their opponents. You mentioned they did lose to Model last night. Had a tough game against a tough region game against Model, so they're hungry for a win, and of course the Lady Bulldogs are as well. Rockmart coming out of the locker room, Cedartown still in there, but you kind of touched on a little bit, Sam. But what are some other keys for the second half for the Lady Bulldogs to get back in this? I can tell you one thing is it's not out of reach right now. That's a good thing.
No, it's not. I think that we need to limit the fouls. We need to limit our emotions. We need to make sure that we don't get in a situation where we've got 2 or 3 girls that are in foul trouble and we're really having to back off defensively. I think that's one thing to look at. I think another thing to look at is just making sure that every single possession matters.
Right.
Every single possession counts. Even if we don't come away with points on every offensive possession, we need to put together a good drive against Rockmart where we get more than one look, we get some offensive rebounds if needed, and we just take care of the basketball. And I think if we can do those 2 things, I think those are the 2 big keys. And also, if you want to add a third one in there, I think it's just keeping our vision open. And I think it is not getting tunnel vision on thinking about where we want to go with the ball before Rockmart shows us what they're going to do defensively.
Right.
Taurine Golden was open 2 or 3 times on a couple of possessions where we just didn't look at her, and she was open in that same area where she had been hitting threes from, and I think we got a little bit of tunnel vision on that. We had already decided what we wanted to do with the basketball before Rockmart showed us what they were going to go with defensively. If they're going to leave Golden wide open on the wing, we need to be able to look at that, and we need to be able to transition and get the basketball to her.
It kind of all goes back down to situational awareness, and you got to be aware of what's going on. You got to communicate on the floor, and I think that's something that we would definitely like to see improve upon. Before we take our break, I wanted to kind of tell you some of the scores that Rockmart has dropped on their opponents. Mount Zion, they beat them 66-14. 66-14. Defeated Chattooga, a pretty good basketball school, 61-31. Took down Bowden 73-41. Heard County, they beat Heard County 77-58. Of course, we beat Heard County here at home. They also beat Gordon Central 58-31. Lost to Murray County 65-35. You mentioned the Temple score. Lost that one 55-33. So this is a pretty evenly matched, I guess, from what you would say, some of the opponents we've seen this year. But the Lady Bulldogs, I think key for them is, can they come out and can they score? Can they match Rockmart for what they're doing, and can they go on a run? If Rockmart starts to go on a run, that's where we run into trouble with in the second half. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to keep it right here as we get started here on the third period of play. It's Rockmart 26 and Cedartown 14. We are so glad to have you with us here on Cedartown High School Sports Network here on WGAA 106.1 FM and AM 1340. And the third period of play is coming up here right now, as both teams are huddled up in front of their benches, and the officials are ready to go, and so are we. Sam Branch has the story for the second half.
The story, I think, is going to be momentum. Who comes out and takes control of the momentum for this game? And I hope that Cedartown will seize the opportunity, but it looks like Rockmart will be on offense first. So it will be Bussey, Barclay, Pace, Boozer, and Barrow. Rockmart in the far corner off the inbounds pass. They're going to work it back to the middle of the floor. They'll go to Sky Myers. They'll go to Alexander, and a steal. A steal by Kinsley Boozer. The freshman Lady Dog is going to push it up the floor. She'll go to Barrow with it. Barrow puts it on the floor. Has to go back outside to Barclay. The shot is up, and it is good from Haven Barclay, and the Lady Dogs cut it back to a 10-point lead, 26-16. Rockmart with it on the other end. Loose ball, and they're going to call the backcourt violation. The backcourt violation called as Cedartown forced Rockmart to lose it there. Rockmart picked it up. Backcourt called. Cedartown basketball.
Well, there's your answer. Cedartown starting it up pretty quick there. Sorry we didn't get that on film. We had a cutout on our video signal for a moment, but it's back, and yeah, we did get that basket to go, and Cedartown with a good start so far.
Boozer to Barclay. Barclay top of the key. Going to work to the left side. They will go to Bussey on the baseline. Bussey, the shot is up, and it is good. From Anna Kate Bussey makes the little floater count. 26-18. Cedartown pressing. It's going to be Morris with it, trying to beat the press. They'll go to Hyman. Right side to Sky Myers. Myers now on the wing. She'll back it out for the Lady Jackets. They will go back to Morris. Almost committed another backcourt violation. Morris now will get it over to the left side. Lost out of bounds. Cedartown basketball again.
Well, there we go. You know, Rockmart committing some mistakes of their own. The Lady Bulldogs able to take advantage of that.
Back-to-back defensive stands by the Lady Dogs, back-to-back offensive possession with points. Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row. Barrow with it on the baseline. Now she'll go to Barclay. Barclay will go to Boozer. Boozer left side now to Bussey. The give and go to Pace off the glass. 3 in a row. Haven, Barclay, the feed to Pace, and the basket is good, and it's a 6-point game, 26-20.
Almost had a turnover in the backcourt, but Rockmart able to get past the pressure.
Sky Myers now is just going to drive the paint, and the slap from Bussey, and she got the ball, but the problem is when you make that big of a motion like that, you're going to get called for the foul every time, whether you touch them or not.
And that's what the call was that time. Bussey picks up her second foul, first foul of the period for Cedartown for either side, actually.
Sky Myers will go to the free throw line. Second time tonight. First one is up, and it is no good.
Rockmart's shooting from the charity stripe tonight has not been that good.
Second one on the way from Myers. It is up, and it is good. So Myers 1 for 2 on that trip, and it's back to a 7-point lead for Rockmart, 27-20. Barclay with it. She's going to push it up the floor, near side. She's going to get it to Boozer. Boozer thought about a 3, pulls it down, and they're going to get Emma Hyman on the foul. A heads-up play there by the freshman Lady Dog to just put it down and make contact with Emma Hyman, who picks up her second of the afternoon.
That's a good call there. And a tough foul. 3 from straight away, no good.
Off the front of the iron, no good. Loose ball is going to be picked up by Bussey. Bussey comes away with it. She'll give it to Boozer. Boozer's going to drive. She's going to put up the floater. It's no good. The rebound and the putback by Pace is no good, but she draws the foul, and she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They're going to get, it looks like, number 4, Zori Williams.
That's at least 2 on her. That's her third foul.
So Kendall Pace back to the free throw line. 27-20 your score. First one on the way from Pace. It is short. Did not draw anything, and she just kind of looks and smiles at Marion Barrow like, whoops, my bad. That's all right. Subs coming in for Rockmart. Emma Hyman will come out, and Zori Williams are going to come out. They're going to send in Kyla Marcos and number 20, Anaya Prater. Second one on the way from Pace. That is up, and that is off the back of the iron. No good. And the rebound taken by Alexander. She'll give it up to Morris. They're going to chunk it down to the other end of Myers, who's left wide open. And Myers gets it to go off of the glass. 29-20.
Nobody saw it. Nobody was paying attention on the front court, and she was wide open under there.
They'll get it to Pace. Pace is going to go to Boozer. Boozer on the wing. She wanted to work it back to the middle of the floor, but they'll have to go to Barrow on the baseline. Now top of the key to Barclay. Barclay going to work it down to Bussey. Bussey on the baseline drives. It's up, no good, and it is rebounded by Rockmart. Taken out by Morris. Morris is going to try to work around Pace, 10 on 10. Now they'll drive, loose ball. She loses it out of bounds. Oh, and they're going to say Marion Barrow got a hold of it last.
Yeah, she did.
And so it'll be Rockmart basketball.
Yeah, that's the right call. She certainly did. I hate to say it. We do have timeout call on the floor. We'll take it with them. With 5:25 to go in the third quarter, it is Rockmart 29, Cedartown 20. Now this 30-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Have you been to Croker's Hardware and Supply lately? Croker's is the place to find everything you need, from boots to fencing, from plumbing supplies to wood and gas stove fittings, everything, even paint and flooring. Whether you're building or repairing, everything you need is right here at Croker's Hardware on East Avenue. Name brands galore right here in your back door. Orca and Yeti coolers and tumblers, case knives, native eyewear, buck stove grills, and more. At Croker's, you can find everything.
Go by and see the friendly staff there at 1192 Rockmart Highway. That's Croker's Hardware in Cedartown.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
29-20 is your score. 5:25 left to play here in the third period. The Lady Dogs trail by 9. They are outscoring Rockmart 6-3 so far, though, here in this third period of play. Cedartown wanting to keep the gas down on this Rockmart Lady Jackets team, but they will inbound it underneath their own basket. It's going to be Annalee Marsh. She'll get it into the left side to Marcos. Marcos is going to work to the wing, back to Morris. A 3 from the corner, and it is good. And just like that, Rockmart extends the lead back out to 12, 32-20. Bussey to Barclay. Barclay is going to get it ahead to Pace. Pace on the far side, and it is lost out of bounds. Rockmart basketball.
You know, this has been kind of the story of not just this game, but this season as well. The Lady Bulldogs have just, any kind of momentum they've had, it just kind of goes away, and then it starts to snowball after that.
Sky Myers is going to get it to Morris. Morris will bring it across the timeline. Going to work it over to Marcos. Marcos on the wing, trying to do something with it. Gets double teamed at one point, but she gets out of it. She'll go to Morris. Morris on the baseline. The kick out. Myers with it, and she's going to drive the paint, and she is fouled by 1 or 2, maybe 3 Lady Dogs. We'll see who they get the call on.
It's going to be on Bussy, everybody's favorite.
I was going to say, I'll give you one guess. And the first one doesn't count, but it will be Sky Myers to the charity stripe. Rockmart with a 12-point lead with 4:48 left to play. First one on the way from Myers, and that one is good.
That's Bussy's 3rd foul.
33-20 now the score. Second one on the way from Myers. It is up, and it is good as well. So Myers, 2 for 2 on that trip, makes it a 14-point game. Inbounds pass quickly. What are we doing? Anna Lee Morris with it on the wing. Now she's going to try to work it on the baseline, and she tries to go underneath with it, but she draws the foul underneath the basket.
Yeah, I don't understand why Pace passed it. She had a clear lane to go across the timeline, but she threw it backwards and then threw it right into a Rockmart player's face, and Anna Lee Morris will go to the free throw line to shoot.
This is going to be Morris's second trip. She's 0 for 2 so far. First one is up, and it is no good. Rattles around and falls out. The foul was called on Kinsley Boozer. That is her first of the afternoon. Morris comes set, second one on the way, and it is good. 35-20. Kinsley Boozer with it. The freshman's going to break the press, brings it down between 2 defenders and loses the handle on it, and it is out of bounds again. We lost it once again in transition, and another turnover.
Well, and you can credit that one to Rockmart's defense. They were closing in on her, 2 defenders kind of in between, and she was able to get around, or she wasn't able to get through it, and they forced her to throw it away. And now we got a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Luke. We'll take it with them with 4:21 to play here in the third quarter. Rockmart leads 35-20 back after this 30-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Bradford's Drug Store on North Main Street in Cedartown is your locally owned and operated Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Bradford's accepts most prescription plans, and remember Bradford's for all of your gift and decor needs. Bradford's pharmacist takes time to get to know you, explain your medication, and answer any questions that you may have. Go by and see Bill Brewster and all the fine folks at Bradford's the next time you need a prescription filled. Also use their convenient drive-thru. Bradford's Drug Store, 500 North Main Street, Cedartown, 770-748-3100. And all the folks at Bradford say, go Dogs.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
Out of the timeout, Cedartown pressing. They do get it into Anna Lee Morris. Morris is going to drive floater from the paint, and that one is good from Morris.
Good timeout there by Coach Luke. They're able to get points off of it.
Boozer on the other end tries to get it to Barclay, and it is knocked away by Prater, so it will stay Cedartown basketball.
Maybe. No, it's Rockmart's ball. I think I was about to say I thought that I saw a hand come in there from Haven Barclay on that deflection.
Alexander will give it up to Morris. Morris across the timeline. She's going to work it down around the arc, right side. Now they'll go to Marcos. Marcos in the corner, double team by Barclay and Bussy, and they've got a foul called.
Going to force the push out, and I think they're going to get Bussy on that, and they will. And Bussy picks up her 4th, and looks like Maren Barrow will have to come in for her. And she will. 37-20, Rockmart on top of Cedartown here about halfway through the third period.
Inbounds pass coming from the Lady Jackets. They're going to feed it underneath the basket. Now they'll work it back out to Marcos. A long 2 off the side of the iron, no good. The offensive rebound, and the putback is good from the Lady Jackets.
Well, fresh into the ball game, Maren Barrow will pick up the foul on the contact. The and 1 will be coming up for the Lady Jackets.
It's going to be Anaya Prater. So the basket is good. A chance at a 3-point play. The free throw attempt from Prater is up, and it is good. And the 3-point play is complete. 40-20, a 20-point lead for Rockmart. They are opening things up here in this latter part of the third period. Over to Haven Barclay, far side. Barclay is going to give it to Pace. Pace tries to go to Boozer, and it is out of bounds. Last touch by Rockmart, so it'll stay Cedartown basketball.
Well, they're doing the give and go there, the pass, trying to throw it down to people open, and that almost worked that time, but that time the inbounds pass is stolen.
Goes through Pace's hand. Rockmart picks it up. Annalee Morris on the wing. Nobody. Gardner, a long three, and it is no good. Rebounded by Haven Barclay, and they're going to get Sky Myers on the foul. Myers was coming in to try to get the rebound, and she just got on the backside of Haven Barclay, which draws the foul with 3:27 left to play. Inbounds pass goes to Barrow. Barrow tried to feed it to Barclay, who was guarded by three different people, and Sky Myers comes away with it, and the basket is good. 42-20. Inbounds pass, they will go to Boozer. Boozer's going to break the press. Now she'll slow things up, and she has it ripped away by Marcos, but it will stay Cedartown basketball. Tarian Golden is going to come in. Boozer comes out. Pass will go into Haven Barclay. Barclay to Golden. Golden pulls it down. A long two. In and out. No good. Rebound by Kendall Pace, and the putback is good.
Ends the scoring drought for the Lady Bulldogs there.
Back to a 20-point deficit, 42-22. Sky Myers on the other end. She's going to back it out. Now they'll go to Morris. Morris going to try to work around. Pace knocks it away, but Myers picks up the loose ball. Pace will pick her up there again, trying to get it away, and they're going to get Kendall Pace on the foul.
Kendall Pace picks up her second, and that is the fifth foul for the Lady Bulldogs as a team in this period, so it'll be 2 at the line in the double bonus.
Shoot, I've got him at 6. I must have missed one. Or gave him one extra. Sky Myers will go to the free throw line for the third time during this period, and the first one is up, and it is good. 43-22.
So yeah, the crowd is starting to grow here as we are about halfway, well, just over halfway through the third period. This place gets full for this matchup every year. The second free throw is up and in. 44-22 the score now, as they have doubled up Cedartown score.
Inbounds pass is going to come from Kendall Pace. Rockmart still in this full court press. They'll get it into Asia Ware. Ware is going to go to Golden. Golden is going to go to Barclay. Barclay far side. Now they'll go to Barrow. Barrow, the layup is no good, but the rebound and the putback is no good. But Haven Barclay would draw the foul.
Yeah, I like that call. That's a good job by the Lady Bulldogs to execute that. Haven Barclay with the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Barclay comes set. Free throw attempt is up, and it is good. 44-23. Barclay dribbles it 3 times. Comes set. And that one is off the back, but it is good as it catches the front of the rim. And it drops in, and it's back to a 20-point game, 44-24. Cedartown in the full court press defense, but they get it down to Alexander, does Rockmart. They try to get it to Morris, and it's tipped away. Golden comes away with it. She gives it to Pace. Pace is going to try to work to the left side. The shot is up off the front of the iron, and Golden is there for the rebound. And they're going to have a foul on the floor, and it's going to be against Rockmart.
Yeah, it's number 22. It'll be Atlanta Mitchell picks up the foul that time. And as you mentioned before, well, are they going to call it a shooting foul? No, it's the 5th foul, so it'll be 2 at the line.
So that's where I messed up.
Yes.
I've got Cedartown at 6 and Rockmart at 4, so I gave somebody on our team an extra foul. How dare I? I should be ashamed of myself. Tarian Golden will go to the free throw line. First time tonight. First one is up, and it is no good.
Well, that wasn't that hard on you. I mean, Rockmart's going to sub out 3 players.
Well, we are trying to do about 3 things at one time, including calling a very fast-paced game.
Yeah, you're keeping score. I'm running the computer. So yeah, we're pros at this.
Hey,
I mean,
we got it going on. 2:25 left to play. 44-24. Golden 0 of 1 from the line. Second one is on the way, and she misses on that one as well. But Kendall Pace comes away with the offensive board. The pass out to Haven Barclay. The 3 is up, and it is no good. And that one is rebounded by Rockmart. They will go ahead to the other end. It's going to be Zori Williams with it on the baseline. She's going to pass it out to Marcos. Marcos trying to work around Kendall Pace, runs into a lot of trouble. Now they'll get it to Prater. That is blocked. That shot was blocked and out of bounds off of Miriam Barrow, so it will stay Rockmart basketball.
Yeah, it's a good play there by Miriam Barrow on that block, a clean block. Forced it away, and Rockmart will have the inbounds pass with 19 on the shot clock.
Inbounds pass will go to Zori Williams. Williams, top of the key. She's going to work to the left side. They will go to Morris. Morris underneath to Hyndman. Back outside to Williams. They'll work to the right side to Marcos. Back to Williams. Williams on the wing. Going to work to her right. The little floater. Well short, but Morris was there to steal it underneath. Drives it on the baseline. The fadeaway, no good. Kendall Pace with the rebound.
And Rockmart was just about out of time on the shot clock. It was at 1 when the ball went up.
Barclay with it now on the wing. They'll go to the far left side now to Asia Ware. Ware works it back to Barclay at the middle of the floor. Now they'll go to Golden in the corner. She's going to fire a long two. High, no good. Barclay with the rebound, and the putback is no good.
Yeah, the putback was an air ball. It didn't even touch the rim at all and went out of bounds. Rockmart going to sub out a player here. Number 2 is going to check into the ballgame, Sky Meyer. She's back in there after Annalie Morris heads back to the bench.
Kinsley Boozer is also going to come into the game for the Lady Dogs, and Marion Barrow will come out. I suspect she will get a breather for the rest of this third and be fresh to start in the fourth. Zori Williams for the Lady Jackets has it stolen by Kendall Pace. Kendall picks it up. The shot is up and no good, and then knocked away out of bounds. Sorry, I was trying to hear what the official was saying. Inbounds pass coming from Sky Myers. Myers is going to get it in to Marcos, back to Myers. Myers trying to work around the double team of Pace and Boozer. Now Barclay will pick up Marcos. Cedartown playing a tough full court press defense, but Rockmart able to get it into Emma Hyndman. They go to the right side now to Marcos. Marcos on the wing, trying to get out of the trouble in the corner, and they get a foul call. And it's going to be against Haven Barclay.
Barclay's foul totals are starting to sneak up as well. She's got 3, and looks like we'll send in Barrow at the sound of the horn after this first free throw, but it's no good from number 15, Kayla Marcos. And here comes Barrow. She's in there, and Barclay will take a seat for the rest of the period.
Marcos' second one is up, and it is good. 45-24. Inbounds pass will go to Barrow. Barrow will give it right back to Pace. Pace is going to bring it down the floor over to the left side now to Barrow. Barrow to Ware. Ware on the wing, looking for help. She'll get it to Pace. Pace to Barrow. Barrow the 3, no good. It was long. Oh, and Taurine Golden going for the rebound, ran all over Marcos, and then you had Taurine Golden and Kendall Pace both picking her up. They knew what that one was going to be. A hard foul there by Golden, and that will send Rockmart to the other end of the floor to shoot 2.
And, of course, we are in the double bonus now. And it's 2 at the line from here on out in the third. And Marcos at the line. And it's good.
Now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe as Haven Barclay will check back in.
That was a very quick rest. Kinsley Boozer will take a seat.
Second one on the way. It is up and it is no good.
Should have been a jump ball there.
But the rebound was taken by Rockmart. The shot again was no good, and it is out of bounds. Last touch by Rockmart. So it'll be Cedartown basketball.
47 seconds to go here in the third.
46-24 is your score. Lady Dogs trail. The inbounds pass will go to Barclay. Barclay is going to bring it down the floor for the Lady Dogs. They're going to try to get it to Ware. Ware is going to go to Pace. Pace going to work it across the timeline. Left side to Golden. Golden gives right back to Pace. Pace to Barclay. Barclay on the baseline. They'll work it back outside. Left side now to Golden. Golden to Barclay. Barclay a 3 on the way. Haven Barclay hits one again from beyond the arc. 46-27.
It's one of the prettiest threes you'll see there. A pretty long one right there as she was standing close to the out-of-bounds mark.
Right side to Myers. Myers to Marcos. Marcos on the wing. Going to work it back to the middle of the floor. She'll go to Myers. Myers now top of the key. Will work to her right. She'll back it out. Shot clock is off. They'll go to Prather. Prather back outside to Marcos. Marcos going to give the handoff to Myers. 3 on the clock. Going to fire a really long 3 of Sky Myers, and that one looked good, but it was just short off the front of the iron. We will go to the fourth period. 46-27. Lady Dogs trail here at the Doghouse. Back after this 60-second break on the Cedartown Bulldog Sports Network.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, two Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
46-27 is your score as we go to the fourth period of play. Cedartown trails the Lady Jackets of Rockmart High School, the 10-5 Lady Jackets. Cedartown 5-10 on the season. Saturday afternoon, high school hoops here on the Big AA. Sam Branch alongside Andrew Carter.
Rockmart a little late coming out of the
very
huddle.
late.
Ethan,
Pace with it.
Ethan on the camera. Tyrone back at the station.
Asia Ware, top of the key. Left side, Haven Barclay. Barclay on the wing. We're going to work it to Kendall Pace. Pace on the baseline. Now they go to Bussey. Bussey, the shot is up, and it was no good. And we've got a jump ball called.
Now we'll go to Rockmart, of course, as Cedartown started the quarter with possession.
Good hustle there, though, by Asia Ware underneath to tie things up to force the jump ball. Cedartown in the full court press defense, but Rockmart will get it to Emma Heinman. Heinman will go to Morris. Morris top of the key, left side to Myers. Myers on the wing. She's going to work it back to the middle of the floor. She'll hold there. Now she'll back it out left side. Zori Williams in the corner. Back to Myers. Myers to Morris. Morris thought about a three, pulled it down. Tries to go around Barclay. Has to go back outside to Myers. They'll give to Heinman. Right back to Myers. Left side. Three on the way from Williams. No good. Rebound by Emma Hyman, and the putback is good from Emma Hyman. Barclay with it now. She's going to try to bring it down the floor. They'll give it back to Bussey, back to Barclay. Now they'll go to Pace. Pace is going to go to Ware. Ware off the glass. The give and go was no good, but the rebound and the putback by Pace is good. Kendall Pace with the offensive board and the basket, 48-29. Inbounds pass, Sky Myers with it. Pace is going to pick her up there. It's getting loud here at the Doghouse. Myers with it again. Off the pass to Hyman. Hyman will give it back to Morris. Morris left wing. Now into the corner to Williams. Williams is going to fire a long three, and Zori Williams hits from beyond the arc, and it is 51-29. That's Zori Williams' first basket of the afternoon, and it came in the form of a long three in the corner. Now Barclay with it. She'll be double teamed. They'll go to Pace. Pace is going to work it underneath. They tried to go, well, they went to Bussey, and they were trying to go to Boozer, and it was knocked away by both Anna Lee Morris and Emma Hyman. Anna Kate Bussey is going to come out. Barrow is going to check back in. Inbounds pass will come from Asia Ware. Ware's got to get it in, and they will try to get it to Pace, but the pass was long, but Barclay is there to clean it up. They'll go back to Pace. Pace goes to Barrow, and Marion Barrow is fouled on the shot, so she will go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Foul called on Anna Lee Morris, number 10, the senior for Rockmart. That'll be her first, only her first. First foul of the fourth period goes to Rockmart. Here is Barrow from the free throw line. And the first one no good, too hard off the back of the iron. We'll see Chastity Washington
there we
for
go.
the first time tonight.
Chastity Washington getting ready to check in. And she is going to get Barrow.
She wasn't able to check in on time, though. They don't let her go in. And that's no good as well. Rockmart gets the rebound.
Far side, Zori Williams. Going to go to Alexander in the corner. Now they swing it all the way the other side to Sky Myers. She was able to wrangle that high pass, and then a loose ball knocked away by Kendall Pace, but Rockmart recovers. A three on the way, and it is good from Sky Myers. Inbounds pass will go to Haven Barclay. 54-29 is your score, under 6 minutes to play. It'll be Boozer to Barclay. Barclay at the Cedartown logo. Going to try to give it to Barrow, but it's stolen, knocked away by Hyman. Morris comes away with it.
Barrow's reaction time just wasn't able to get to it. That's no good, but Barrow was not expecting that to come to her. And a tie-up down there. We got a whistle and a jump ball. That's going to go to Cedartown. How about Haven Barclay with the tenacity to get down there and get physical to get the tie-up, and Cedartown gets the turnover.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this 30-second break here on the Big AA.
Live Wire Surplus. Stop in today at 546 North Main Street. New items are arriving all the time. At Livewire, they have unbelievable deals on lawnmowers, weed eaters, and leaf blowers. But that's not all. How about your patio? Livewire has top-of-the-line grills, patio tables and chairs, fire pits, and so much more. All fresh off the truck, brand new, still packaged, and priced to sell. Livewire Surplus, 678-861-5021. Take your truck. You're going to need it to load up on the savings.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
5 minutes and 36 seconds left to go here in the ball game. Off the timeout by Coach Luke. Lady Bulldogs will have the inbounds pass over on the other end.
Asia Ware will handle the inbounds duty for Cedartown, and we are now ready to go. The inbounds will go to Miriam Barrow. Barrow's going to work it to Pace on the far side. Now they'll give it to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer's going to push it up the floor. Lost the handle on it, so she's got to back things out now. Sky Myers will pick her up there. They'll go to Barclay. Barclay to Barrow. Barrow in the corner, goes back to the outside. Top of the key is Kendall Pace. Pace looking for something. She'll go to Boozer. Boozer going to go to Barclay. Barclay. Now they're going to give to Boozer. Boozer's going to drive the paint. The floater is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Emma Hyman. Hyman will give it up to Morris. Morris is going to drive. She's going to go all the way down the middle of the lane. The floater was no good. Off the front of the iron, out of bounds. Sky Myers tries to save it, but it goes into Ware, and now we've got a foul called. Ware gave it to Boozer, and the foul is going to be called on Sky Myers as she pushed Boozer to the floor. No ill intent there. It was just a collision of two players on the floor, and Myers, showing some good sportsmanship, picked her up. So it'll be Barclay. Barclay to Boozer. Boozer to Pace. Pace over to Barrow. Barrow on the wing. Now she's going to go to the left side. It's going to be Barclay. Barclay, tries to give it to Pace, but a steal by Emma Hyman. Hyman will give it up to Morris. Morris is going to push it up the middle of the floor for the Lady Jackets. Over to the right side to Williams. The three on the way. No good. In and out. The offensive rebound and the putback, though, is good from Anna Lee Morris.
You know, Morris got the basket, but Cedartown was just standing around and watching it. Nobody was going after the rebound.
They're going to go outside. They'll give it to Kinsley Boozer. Boozer's going to drive the little floater, and it is good. The finger roll makes it 56-31 from the freshman Bulldog. Inbounds pass will go to Sky Myers. Myers is going to give it back to Morris. Morris is going to try to work around Pace. Pace is going to pick her up there. They'll get it to Hyman. Hyman over the left side to Alexander. Outside to Williams. Williams is going to fire a three. That one is no good, but once again, an offensive rebound for Rockmart, and it's Morris, but she is fouled as she was coming off of the baseline, and they're going to get Asia Ware.
That is her third foul. Lady Dogs are going to sub out three. Taurine Golden will go into the ball game, as well as Chastity Washington and also Anna Kate Bussey.
Barclay, Barrow, and Pace will come out. The inbounds pass will come from Rockmart. They'll go to the right side. Zori Williams, the catch and the shot, no good. Rebounded by Chastity Washington. Washington's going to push it up the near side. You know she goes at 100 miles an hour. Left side is Asia Ware. Ware going to go to Bussey, who was left wide open, and the layup is good from Anna Kate Bussey. 56-33, a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them back after this 30-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cedar Valley Golf Course has been the place to play golf in Cedartown and Polk County for nearly a century. Locally owned and operated since 1924, Cedar Valley Golf Course offers 18 holes of some of the most beautiful fairways and greens in the area. Cedar Valley Golf Course is a proud supporter of the Cedartown High School Bulldogs and the greater Cedartown and Polk County region. Call for tee time 770-748-9671, located just south of Cedartown at 1811 Buchanan Highway. Cedartown's original golf course, Cedar Valley Golf Course.
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big AA.
3:36 to play here in the ball game. Cedartown with some different personnel out there, able to get a basket off of it. We'll see who returns to the floor. It's going to be Taurine Golden, Haven Barclay, Chastity Washington, Asia Ware, and it's going to be Kinsley Boozer. So that's your five out there for the Lady Bulldogs after the timeout by Coach Green.
Rockmart is going to inbound it. Cedartown will go into full court press. They'll get it into Anna Lee Morris. Morris is going to be picked up by Barclay. She'll go around Haven, pushes it up the floor. She's going to drive all the way, and they're going to get a foul called, and it's going to be on Golden.
I'll tell you, that looked like a charge.
Well, Taurine just didn't get over in time. That's That's going to be called every time. I hate to say it, but it was close to a charge.
She was trying to set up the offensive foul, but
like Mars just too quick for her.
Yeah, she couldn't get set in time, couldn't get her feet planted. That's up and good on the free throw there from Annalie Morris.
That's one of those things where if you're going to do it, you better do it and commit to it from the first step. Otherwise, you're going to be called for the foul every time. 57-33. And the second one is in and out, no good. Kinsley Boozer comes away with the rebound to Golden. And Golden was trying to get it down to Asia Ware, and it is out of bounds. Rockmart basketball. Coach Green wanting the Lady Dogs to press, and they will, but Rockmart will get it into Morris. Morris again is going to drive, goes around the defense. Now she's going to work around. The little floater is no good, but she gets her own rebound. She'll go back out to Myers. Sky Myers, she's going to drive the paint. The shot is up, and it is good from Sky Myers.
Well, it appears Rockmart is again going to put 60 points on the board in a ball game. They're just 1 point shy of that right now.
Kinsley Boozer with it. Now they'll go to Taurine Golden. Golden is going to go to the right side to Ware. Asia Ware with it. On the wing, we'll go to Chastity Washington. Top of the key, they'll make the call. Now they'll go into Boozer. Oh, and it is off of a couple of players. Dead ball picked up by Rockmart. Nobody knew what happened for about a split second. And then once everybody got their senses about it, Rockmart gets it. Sky Myers in the corner. The three is up, and it is no good.
Well,
the offensive board by Williams.
She also traveled and wasn't called.
Morris, she's going to drive the paint, and the little floater is good from Annalie Morris. Annalie Morris and Sky Myers have been a scoring machine for this Rockmart team. Haven Barclay with it. She'll go to the right side. Chastity Washington to drive the baseline, and it's poked away by Morris. Loose ball picked up by Zori Williams. Morris with it now. She's going to throw all the way down to the other end of Marcos. Marcos backs it out. It'll be Williams back to Marcos, and she traveled, nothing called. And that one was in and out.
Shoveled her feet. It's going to be forced out of bounds by Cedartown. In fact, and Coach Luke doesn't like the call. And I think he might have had a pretty legitimate gripe there on the out-of-bounds call. But I tell you what, that shuffle of the feet there on the no call on the travel, my goodness.
That's tough. Under 2 minutes left to play. Chastity Washington with it. She's going to get it back to Haven Barclay. Left side to Boozer. Boozer's going to go to Golden. Golden trying to work it down to Ware. Ware has it stripped away by Marcos. She's going to dribble out of trouble from the corner. Far side. She'll take it up the floor across the timeline. Runs into trouble. They get it over to Zori Williams, though. Williams will back it out at the Cedartown logo. Left side. It's going to be Mitchell. Mitchell's going to work around Washington, drives the paint. That shot was blocked by Haven Barclay, and then they get a foul on the other end against Anaya Prater as she and Taurine Golden both went up for the loose ball, but Golden draws the foul.
On the hug.
On the hug.
Haven Barclay and Kinsley Boozer check out as we see Charlie Todd for the first time today, and Washington back in there as well. Actually, they put
Iris
in number
Ortiz,
two, Iris
yep.
Ortiz.
So they will get it to Washington. She's going to bring it across the timeline, near side, working it right in front of the Cedartown bench. Now they'll go to Asia Ware, top of the key. She's going to fire a three, no good. And the rebound by Alexander. She'll give it ahead. Now they'll go to Prater on the other end. The shot off the glass, and it is good from Anaya Prater. 63-33. Cedartown with it now. Asia Ware will bring it through the lane in the backcourt. Working it up the middle of the floor, she'll go to Chastity Washington. Washington off the sideline, I should say. The shot is up, and it is no good, and it is rebounded by Rockmart. They'll give it out, and we've got a timeout call on the floor. It's just for a shoe tie, so we will stay right here. 63-33. Under a minute left to play. The Bulldogs will be in action following the conclusion of this game. That tip-off will probably be around 4:45 or so by the time this one wraps up. So you will want to be sure to join us as we will have the second matchup of the season between the Cedartown Bulldogs and the Rockmart Yellow Jackets, the first one here at the Doghouse on Frank Lott Drive. Off the inbounds, it's going to be Marcos. Marcos with it, trying to work it through the backcourt defense of Cedartown. She will go to the left side, and it's going to be Mitchell. Mitchell's going to bring it up the near side. She's going to drive the baseline. The little floater is no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Rockmart. It'll be Cedartown basketball. Charlie Todd will handle the inbounds pass. She'll get it into Asia Ware. Ware's going to go back to Todd. Todd will bring it across. No, she'll give it up to Ware, who will bring it across. Now they work it to Golden on the baseline. Taurine has to back out. The fadeaway jumper looked good, but it was not. Rebound and the putback by Charlie Todd is no good. And Rockmart comes away with it. But a loose ball picked up by Chastity Washington. Washington's going to go to Golden. Golden underneath. Oh, and a block, and the foul called against number 20, Anaya Prater. That's going to be her second. And Taurine Golden is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
I don't know if Taurine ever got touched, honestly, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot.
It's going to come with right at 12 seconds left to play.
Make that 13. We'll correct that.
First one on the way from Taurine. It is good.
Banks that one off the glass. Chastity comes up from behind and gives her a love tap.
Golden gets set. Second one on the way. That one is high. Arcing shot, no good. And it is out of bounds. Last touch by Rockmart, so Cedartown will get another possession with it. 13 seconds left, 63-34 now your score. Rockmart is going to improve to 11-5 as they steal the inbounds pass, but Cedartown gets it right back. Chastity Washington with it, the floater, and it is good. From Washington, the little 3-foot floater, 63-36. Last second shot from Rockmart is no good, and that is going to do it. Your final tonight from Cedartown High School. Rockmart 63, Lady Dawgs 36.
That's another mirror score, 63-36. We'll come back after 60 seconds to wrap this thing up, and we'll get ready for the boys matchup. Back after this 60-second timeout on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Make the right play. Go to Peach State Ford in Cedartown today.
Rush to Peach State Ford in Cedartown. Peach State Ford has a championship lineup of new and pre-owned vehicles. Peach State Ford is now open in your backyard.
Peach State Ford is proud to be part of your local community. Whether you're waiting for your vehicle to get serviced, picking up a part for your vehicle, or stopping by to check out a new vehicle for yourself, Peach State Ford offers a wide range of amenities to enhance your experience. Peach State Ford in Cedartown, 2076 Rockmart Highway, 770-748-3673.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Let's get back to the Cedartown Bulldogs right here on the Big Double A.
Final score is 63-36. Lady Bulldogs fall to the Rockmart Lady Jackets. Rockmart improves to a 11-5 record, and the Lady Bulldogs continue to struggle here. They had some good some good parts of that ball game, but unfortunately couldn't get anything consistently going. Rockmart, of course, taking advantage of everything they could, and they continue to play well. And Coach Luke's team gets a big win here at Cedartown.
Haven Barclay, the leading scorer for the Cedartown Lady Dogs, finishes the night going 3 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the stripe for a total of 10 points. Taurine Golding coming off the bench for Cedartown, scoring 9 on the night. Kendall Pace would finish with 8, Anna Kate Bussey with 4, Chastity Washington with 2, Kinsley Boozer with 2, and Marin Barrow with 1. So a tough night of shooting for the Cedartown Lady Dogs. They would only shoot 28% from the stripe and 29% from the floor, and that's just going to be a tough night either way that you look at it. So Cedartown falls to Rockmart. They will fall to 5-11 on the season. Rockmart will improve to 11-5. A tough night here, but a lot that they can learn and a lot that they can work off of. And let me tell you, this is a good Rockmart team. It's not like Cedartown rolled over and gave it to them. Rockmart, just a tough squad to go up against, and a very experienced team as well. A lot of those names you recognize that we have called over the years: Sky Myers, Zori Williams, Anna Lee Morris, Emma Heinman, Jacambria Alexander. I mean, I can remember calling these girls' names now for 2 or 3 years in a row. And a lot of these girls, we haven't just called their name during basketball season. We've also called it during softball season.
That's
so
right.
Anytime that you are playing with the same people over and over again, regardless of the sport, you build up a certain level of camaraderie, and you know what each other's going to do. And that's just something that Rockmart has been good at year after year in program after program, and they show it again here tonight.
They do, and we're looking forward to seeing what the boys will do here in just a few moments. We got about 11 minutes to go before we start the boys matchup. So we're going to take it back to the station. Of course, if you're watching on video, we'll start a new video up on the NFHS network and on Facebook Live and YouTube. Be sure you join us for the boys matchup rather coming up here in a moment. Your final score: the Lady Bulldogs fall to the Lady Jackets, 63-36.